Doctor Strange is unique in the fact that it is solely created by Steve Ditko, first appearing in Strange Tales 110 in July of 1963. This is what Stan Lee had to say about it. Well, we have a new character in the works for Strange Tales, just a a 5-page filler named Doctor Strange. Steve Ditko is going to draw him. It has sort of a black magic theme. The first story's nothing great, but perhaps we can make something of them. 'Twas Steve's idea, and I figured we'd give it a chance. Although, again, we had to rush that first one a little too much. Little sidelight. Originally, we decided to call him Mr. Strange, but thought that the Mr. was a little too similar to Mr. Fantastic. Now, however, I remember we had a villain called Doctor Strange just recently in one of our mags, and I hope it won't be too confusing. So there you go, kids, a little bit of knowledge of Doctor Strange before we continue. So kick back, relax, let's get this party started.
I know you're gonna dig this.
The book begins as many Silver Age books did with a splash page. Doctor Strange, Master of Black Magic. Men call him Doctor Strange, never have you known his like. It is a great pleasure and privilege for the editors of Strange Tales to present quietly and without fanfare the first of a new series, a different kind of superhero. Doctor Strange, Master of Black Magic. The story continues somewhat... The story continues somewhere in the city between darkness and dawn. A tortured man tosses fitfully in his bed, vainly seeking peace that will not come. We hear him say, "No, no, go away, please, please go away. It's no use. I can't sleep. I dare not sleep. It's that same dream every night, the same. But why? What can it mean?" The man stands up, lights a cigarette against the window. You see rain pouring down. "I can't fight alone. I need help. I've heard a name spoken in whispers. Doctor Strange. He dabbles in black magic. Perhaps he can help me." So next day, the man goes to the sanctum in search of Doctor Strange. He sees them and he says, "Doctor, I had to come. I'm in trouble." And Doctor Strange says, "Naturally, all who come to me are. Speak." You gotta love the Silver Age silliness. It has every superhero you come across coming off really arrogant. Doctor Strange my ass. It's Dr. Dick. "It's my dreams every night. I have the same dream over and over. It's terrible. I can't stand it. I dream I'm on LSD sitting in the middle of a room just saying I'm a cauliflower. All the while my earwax is taking over the world." And Doctor Strange just says simply, "Continue." Actually, the guy's dream goes like this. It's always the same. A haunting figure bound in chains appears. It stares at me. It never stops. Never. And Doctor Strange says, "Enough! Tonight I shall visit you. I shall find the answer to your dream. Now go." "But how will you do it?" "By entering you in your dreams." Later, we see Doctor Strange meditating, and he causes his astral projection to fly along, saying, "It's time for me to visit the master from whom all my powers stem." And now you know why there wasn't a lot of female sorcerer supremes. It's hard to get a woman interested in STEM. And so Doctor Strange's astral projection makes it to its destination, I kid you not, at a hidden temple somewhere in the remote vastness of Asia. Seriously, they just wrote it's somewhere over there. So Doctor Strange lands in front of the yet unnamed Ancient One, and he's like, "Hey, good to see you, but you know what? You're in danger. And you have to be careful because you're the one that's supposed to replace me, so remember, should danger threaten, depend upon your magic amulet. Your spewing magic helmet." That night, thousands of miles to the west, Doctor Strange in his mortal form again visits the man who has sought his help. "You must sleep now and have no fear. I shall be nearby." Doctor Strange says to the man who sought his help, "I don't know what there is about you, but it gives a man a feeling of confidence." And minutes later, we see the man sleeping, Doctor Strange meditating by his side, his astral projection forming. Sleep has overcome him. He begins to dream. "It is time for me to enter my trance." And his body goes rigid cold. The metaphysical spirit of Doctor Strange drifts upward into the very dream itself, which unfurls before it. Magic schmagic, he could have achieved the same thing with a trip to Colombia with a little bit of peyote in his system. So Doctor Strange enters the man's dreams. He says, "It is desolated here, lonely and foreboding. Wait, someone begins to appear." The sleeping man screams, "No, no, stay away, please stay away." Doctor Strange approaches the cloaked figure. "You, whoever, whatever you are, why do you torment him so?" And the cloaked figure says, "He well knows the reason why. I am the symbol of evil, the evil he has done, that is. Why I am changed so, if you do not believe me, ask Mr. Krang." Suddenly another form appears, far more menacing than the first. "So, it is, Doctor Strange, you have entered the dimension of dreams for the last time. Never again shall you thwart me." "Nightmare," Doctor Strange says, "my ancient foe."
Oh my god, what a fucking nightmare!
"You know the rules of sorcery, Doctor Strange. Those who enter a hostile dimension must be prepared to pay for it with their lives." And sometimes Ko-Fi is accepted, so by all means, go to the link below, drop $1 in the till if you like. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. So the man wakes up upon the mention of a Mr. Krang. He's afraid that Doctor Strange would use the information against him and decides he must die. Nightmare does point out that Doctor Strange is now helpless in the room with a guy with a gun in the intention of killing him. But Doctor Strange remembers the Ancient One's words and he calls out to him, "Master, hear me, I need thee, Master." And across limitless void of time and space, two ancient ears hear the desperate cry of Doctor Strange. "He calls," says the Ancient One. "There is only one way to help him, through the enchanted amulet. I must concentrate, concentrate, concentrate." And halfway across the world, the mysterious gold amulet on Doctor Strange's chest begins to glow brighter, ever brighter, until it slowly opens, revealing a fantastic metal eye within. An eye such as no mortal has ever beheld, such as no mortal would ever want to behold again. And suddenly from that unblinking orb, a blinding hypnotic ray shoots out, freezing the amazed human to the spot as his limbs go strangely rigid. "Only his limbs, strange doctor? I do not think so." And in that split second, taking advantage of the sudden interruption, Doctor Strange darts past his enemy in the dream dimension. "I made it," Doctor Strange says. "I'm safe in my own dimension." "You've eluded me this time, but I'll get you yet," Nightmare says to him. And as the awesome amulet loses its blinding radiance, the metaphysical spirit of Doctor Strange once again enters his earthly body. The good doctor approaches the man, saying, "I shall relieve you of both your weapon and your hypnotic spell. Now speak, and speak only the truth I command you." "It's over," the man says. "You're still alive. That means I've lost. I was a fool to come to you. I didn't suspect my dreams were caused by many men I'd ruined in business. Krang was the last of them. I robbed him, but he couldn't prove it. Now I'll confess." And Doctor Strange says, "It will be the only way you can ever sleep again." Next issue, explore the mystic world of black magic, once again with Doctor Strange as your guide. So there you have it, kids. That is the first appearance of Doctor Strange. Now, right at the beginning, I read off how Stan Lee even said they've got a good character on their hands, but the story needs help. And I gotta tell you something, I think he's right on the freaking money as far as this is concerned. Doctor Strange, sure, okay, you have the magician, he's doing the astral projection thing, going into people's nightmares. Awesome. Great premise. But this is a very anemic story. There's just no real characterization, even to the doctor himself. As we read on, we find more and more about him for sure. This is one of those things where characterization is in the announcement of powers rather than the person himself, his motivations, and so forth and so on. The origin story comes about 4 or 5 issues later. I'm actually kind of surprised. I did not know that Nightmare made his first appearance along with Doctor Strange. It's kind of like we're going, oh my gosh, Zatara is in Action Comics 1 with Superman. Nobody ever talks about that because Superman's in there. It's kind of like here, the villain, if you want to call that, would actually be the guy, not Nightmare. Just Nightmare shows up and he's in his own realm. So really, he's not doing anything evil. He's not doing anything bad. But I was kind of surprised because I did not know, I never connected that Nightmare and Doctor Strange had the same first appearance. Anyway, that's one of the takeaways I got from it. How about you? What did you think of the first appearance of Doctor Strange? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell if you haven't done it already. If you don't mind helping out the channel, there's a Ko-Fi link in the description below. Just go on in. They have a tip jar. Drop $1 if you like the video. Leave a comment so, you know, I could respond and so forth. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.